Actually, did you guys hear about what happened in the National Football League or the NFL?
Yes.
Oh, the guy that just
the guy from the Buffalo Bills.
Right? Player Damar Hamlin.
What position did he play?
He played I think he's a safety.
Oh shit.
And he suffered cardiac arrest on the field, or that's what it looked like.
While they were playing?
Yeah, while they were playing.
He like tackled the guy down, smashed him to the floor, stood up just like every other like football player, like rebounded, and then just fell backwards.
Whoa.
But you can see the other dude's helmet like hitting him like right in like the chin area. It was like,
Well, and the chest. He gets hit. He's hit hard in the chest, right? So that's.
But you also see that happen every game, all the time. Yeah.
They said it was like a textbook takedown, right? There's nothing weird about it, right? Yeah.
So thankfully, they removed his breathing tube. He's currently breathing on his own. And
nice.
He just spoke to his teammates via video conference yesterday, and apparently he has his mental facilities, which people were very nervous about.
Yeah.
So very good news.
I saw a story that he woke up and he asked, the first thing he asked was like, "Did we win?"
Did we win the game?
Did he really?
Yeah.
And then the quote was, the doctor says, "Yes, you won. You won the game of life." That's what the.
Did he say that?
Yeah. That's what the doctor said.
I heard that. Doctors probably practiced this shit. They're like, yo, if he wakes up, I'm fucking say this. If he said, oh, I'm gonna say this, and then they're just waiting for that moment.
He's like, yeah, but that doesn't set me up for Super Bowl season. What the fuck are you talking about?
I heard he had to get resuscitated twice.
What?
I heard that the guys on field, like the Bills player personnel guy,
did the CPR.
saved his ass. Like
Mouth to mouth, like hardcore.
CPR saves, dude.
Yeah. I'm glad he wasn't homophobic.
I
Then
know.
he wouldn't have done it.
That would have been awful.
He would have been like, I ain't kissing that man.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not a cum eater.
fully goes through training and still has 50-50 chances on whether or not they're going to use their skills.
Didn't Andrew Tate say he would never do mouth to mouth on a guy?
Yep. Because he ain't gay. He said, don't do that, man.
Wait, who said that?
I mean, I wouldn't want to accept it either. I'd just rather die.
Because the medic was probably thinking, hey, I'm here for the cheerleaders, okay? If they need it, I'll help them out. But other than that, fuck that.
Well, if there's no girls watching, I would do it.
Yeah.
But if there's girls watching, then that would be terrifying.
Or if there's gay guys watching.
Yeah, oh, that's true too, because they're all gonna want you. Yeah. That's a dicey situation.
Classic CPR situation.
So obviously this is great news, right? So
Yeah, that's great.
So what happened to him? They're calling like a bad luck moment where he got hit at a certain moment in his cardiac cycle, like where his heart is like, you know, fucking pumping, right? Yeah. And like just before it's about to pump again, he gets hit in the chest and it shocks his heart, and that's what caused him to have
I
cardiac
didn't even know that was a thing.
You gotta get it at the duh, not the duh.
It's like they were saying it's like a millisecond in difference of timing.
It's called commotio cordis. I believe I nailed that. And it set off what doctors call ventricular fibrillation.
Ventricular force?
Nailed it.
VFib. Thank you. Sounds like a crypto, which I would buy.
This sounds like something you would hear at in an old Chinese kung fu movie.
You get it in the middle.
Yeah.
You get it in the heart.
guys,
before the duh, then it goes duh.
So his heartbeat was restored through CPR, and then he was put into a medically induced coma. And yeah, they do that. They do that to protect his brain, because when you have CPR, as he had for 10 minutes or so, the blood supply to the brain gets limited, and you don't want the brain to suffer or shut down at all, so he loses facilities. So people were very happy that he woke up and has shown, like, he remembered he was a Bills player and who he is and all that stuff like that.
Hey, you guys CPR certified?
I am. I have to be.
I was when I was a kid.
You know?
Wait, what?
You should.
Yeah.
When you lifeguard, like if you lifeguard or if you're like in Boy Scouts,
Yeah,
you get
Did you forget?
the policies have changed a lot actually over the years.
The policies?
Because he said was, so I was like, I mean, like you
No,
used
because they actually, that's why you have to keep getting updated.
Oh,
Before I forgot what it was. It was
30
like,
and 2.
yeah, you have to do whatever. And then I remember as I got older, when I got it again, it was like just keep going for, right? The newest one is like
It's 30 and 2.
Now it's like if someone
Well, it
is
was like
out,
15 and 2 or something.
but now if someone's
That's for like kids.
out, you just keep going until the paramedics come or some shit, right?
You keep providing.
Yeah, you just keep providing. Before there was like,
What if they're like, get the fuck off me?
well, he's good. If he
good.
can talk to you, he's good.
You know what's so funny? We're at the gym.
I'm gay.
At the gym, one of the guys came. He's like, he's one of the members, and he's like, "Hey guys, I got you guys a gift for the gym." And we're like, "Cool, what is it?" And it was an AED machine.
Oh, really?
Have you seen those with the cabinets that you install?
we have one.
And I was like, it's a.
Like, pew!
Oh, defibrillator? Oh, what the heck?
And I was like, why do you just have one of these? You know, and he was like, yeah, I just got one for my company. I just brought it in for you guys. So we just have a new AED machine. So it's one of the perks of the gym. You know, pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. We just called it the heart thingy because I didn't know it's fucking called. Yeah, it was like,
I call it the thing from ET.
yeah.
When my buddy was overdosing, I saw that shit, like, they used it on him, right? They threw a tube down his mouth. It was like a long tube. Yeah, airway. Like he deep throated that. So the first thing that came to my mind
Give it to
why
himself.
are all life-saving procedures so gay?
Dude, it's like troubling.
I don't want any part of this.
they ripped this shit. I was just like, the cop was talking to me the whole time. I'm just like, damn, dude, your throat is deep, bro. And then after that, they fucking bust him thing on him.
And then Joe's like, damn, your throat is deep, bro.
I was like, dude, no, that fool, it was like this. There was a whole ass boba straw that went down this, and then the tube
Some
was
people say it's a little too big, actually.
or something like that. And then afterwards, I was like, yo, I never seen this shit. This is all the movies, like the do. Are they gonna fucking do it for real? And then they fucking brought him back, like, poof. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Good news and bad news. Your friend is alive, but he's gay now.
And he has a Brazzers contract.
Brazzer wakes up right into a Brazzers contract.
Okay, so
move his hand.
Now that we know that Damar Hamlin is safe, which is great news, right? Out of the woods. The big question now in the National Football League as we approach Super Bowl season, playoff season,
Is who won that game?
who won the game. So the NFL
Because they just paused the game, right?
paused the game at halftime.
Didn't bring it back. They didn't reschedule it.
Oh, for real?
So betting markets were fucked, right? People had to have their money spit back at them. And then the playoff seeding, so it's all about playoff seeding at this point, right? So how many wins you have versus other teams in the brackets and who gets home field position, which is a huge advantage because you have your home crowd there yelling at the other team, calling them cocksuckers and shit the whole time. And it gets in their head and fucks with them, right? And we all know about the mental game of any sport, anything. So it works pretty well. Like home games usually benefit the home team. Wow. So now this has kind of fucked with things because it's basically a stalemate. So Kansas City it's looking like they're going to have home field advantage through the playoffs, but the NFL's talking about perhaps hosting the game at a neutral site. If the Chiefs make it to the AFC Championship game, they would host it, like, say, at the Colts Stadium. I think the Colts just said no, actually, because there's like a volleyball tournament, something stupid.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
Honestly, we sucked so much this year. I don't want football in that stadium for
Why
a while.
can't they like redo the game? Is that like not part?
So people were saying, people were saying, like, why don't we do a Week 19 game? Because this week is the last week of regular season football, right? So a Week 19 game would make it so, like, there's nobody playing except for there's playoff teams like that weekend. So why don't they do that? They have plenty of stadiums open. But the NFL chose a stalemate for whatever reason. Nobody knows.
So why, they stopped the game. I've never heard of them doing that.
Me either.
I've never heard that in sports history.
I don't think they ever have.
Was there, like, so it was because
ended
of
it
the
after that?
nature of the heart attack? Like, it was because of the
Yeah, because I think the players were so traumatized by what
so
happened.
fucked up
And
by
they've spoken about this now, right? And even other players who were watching, like Aaron Rodgers and people who were watching, like the big guys, were saying, like, it shook them to the core. Like.
But is that like? I feel like is that something the older? I mean, not even to be funny or anything, but was that something like the older generations of football players would call these guys pussies
I think that
for not finishing
the leatherheads?
a guy almost dying on the field is different than, like, a guy, like, tearing his ACL.
Yeah. Got
But I feel like in the UFC, like, let's say Nick socks me and kills me, I feel like Herb Dean would just be like,
Yeah, well, yeah.
this guy's fucking just dead.
It's UFC. It's not NFL Blitz, though. It's UFC.
There hasn't been a death in NFL before from anything.
Not that I'm aware
Not on
of, but
the
there
field.
could be. I don't think on the field.
not
yeah.
on
Is it because of this whole thing about CT and everything? They thought it could be that, or like.
Well, there's been an extra sensitivity towards CTE, especially since the NFL got busted for covering all that shit up a couple years back, right? Will Smith movie, Tell the Truth. But, but that's the only thing I remember from that whole movie. That movie's boring as fuck. So boring. But that part I remember. But dude, no, it's one of those things where I think that the league is trying to overcompensate now for that because they fucked up so bad.
I see.
And so there's a precaution about.
Like, we're very safe. This is a safe sport.
Like, so if a player goes down and if any ref sees like maybe their eyes are dilated or something like that, they can pull them. and they make him go through a protocol like to test for concussions. Yeah.
One of the most beautiful scenes I saw was after Damar hit the ground, both teams were like on their knees.
Yeah.
It was just like, dude, this is so crazy that like, this has nothing to do with rivalry or the game. It's just being humans.
Yeah.
As humans, holy fuck, what is happening? And like everyone was just like there for him. It was really cool.
And every NFL team, I think on their Twitter, like changed their profile to his number. Wow. And I think my team is putting like we have like a 30-yard line, and we like because his number is number 3, so we like outlined it with like red, so it looks like his jersey. So like, cool shit like that's going on.
Dude, that would suck so much if like in the future the Bills are like losing and the coach goes, Hamlin, I need you to do that heart thing.
Like the way that they use fouls now.
That would be so fucking sad.
Get a heart flop.
What was the score when he when it
I don't
happened?
remember. That's a good question. They should just go by that, huh?
Yeah, right. Like
And then continue on that.
crazy.
But you can come back. We've seen crazy upsets.
No, dude,
too.
not past halftime. Not after the third quarter. Not in
Really?
football, man.
Really?
No, dude. No, never heard of it.
Basketball.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it ain't golf. Will Smith, Beggar Vance.
Bag of it.
Really?
Beggar Vance.
Pretty sure, man.
Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
No, I'm pretty sure you come.
Keep quoting Will Smith movies.
Fucking Legend of Bagger Vance, man.
It says
Once I
canceled.
born Will Smith movies.
Oh, it was 7. It was 7-3 Cincy.
See, anything happen. How much time they got left?
Yeah. Anything could have happened. Yeah.
See?
Plenty of time.
And the Bills weren't they balling out? Aren't they? Don't they have a really crazy?
Balling out all year, but Cincy has come on late. Like
What's their record? What's Cincy's record right now?
I think it's like
35 and
10 wins.
6.
Is Andy Dalton still the quarterback?
No, what the fuck? You don't know who Joe Burrow is?
Oh, Joe Burrow is.
11-4. 11-4.
I haven't been following football. I
don't know anything.
I know Andy Dalton though.
But next week it's playoffs. So
Joe Montana.
Montana. Name a football player.
Joe Montana.
No, you can't name his. You got
I got a
Jerry Rice.
poster of Joe Montana.
Is that the Ace Ventura guy?
Emmett Smith.
that's good.
No, Dan Marino. Oh, Dan Marino.
We don't even know which one is in Ace Ventura.